Hello everyone, welcome back to Here's the Lineup. This is going to be my analysis on the Nottingham Forest versus Manchester United match. So Man United beat Nottingham Forest 2-0 away from home. I thought United started the match really well, they were quite tidy. Dalot was very solid at left back and Wan-Bissaka was also solid at right back. I thought that they both did well inverting. I thought Anthony has had a very solid last few games for Man United and he followed that up again with a solid performance against Nottingham. I think he's becoming more consistent and is showing that, once he's settled into the team, he's going to be important for United next year. I thought the midfield of Bruno, Eriksen and Casemiro was very solid. I really liked the interchange of position between Eriksen and Bruno, and then Casemiro anchoring the midfield, he was very solid as well. I thought Maguire didn't really defend well in the first half. He had the early yellow card for wrestling with his man, and it's things like this that he gets picked up for by fans. I also thought De Gea didn't have a good first half because he couldn't command his area well and his distribution was a bit lacking. Also, I always notice how when Maguire's on the pitch, United are so much deeper than they should be, which makes the build-up play irrelevant because they could get out, but the backline is still really deep and it means that the other team, if they get the ball, they can just run at United. With that being said though, I thought Bruno made a good action for the first goal. So he played a good ball into Martial and Martial was able to get a shot away and Keylor Navas's save fell straight to Anthony for an easy tap-in. I thought that Sancho didn't really seem to be on the wavelength of other United players in the first half, but that changed quickly in the second half and he was having a great performance. He was taking on his man, he was very direct. So I think that he was able to turn around his performance. And the second half was more or less the same as the first half. United pretty much controlled. Nottingham had a few attacks, but Bruno was very, very solid. He created a lot of chances. He linked up the play well. And for me, Anthony was the best player on the pitch. He was very direct. Obviously, he scored in the first half, but he made a great assist to Dalot in the second half where he just dribbled across the Nottingham defence and then put in a pass in behind. And Dalot was able to make a neat finish for 2-0. Weghorst came on for Martial late on in the game and I don't think he played well. In the past, he certainly had better performances, but it's clear to see that when Martial comes off, the drop-off in quality between him and Weghorst is staggering. I thought overall Keylor Navas had a good game. He made a lot of good saves. If it wasn't for him, United could have won 4-0. Felipe was also great for Nottingham. He was covering all over the pitch. They also need to be praised because they stayed in the match so late on, so they were causing United trouble. Although that they weren't controlling the game or dictating anything, but they were still in it quite late. But Nottingham Forest front three didn't harass United's backline enough for me. If they were more aggressive, they could have easily forced Maguire or Lindelof to make a mistake. And United were able to play through Forest's midfield very easily, although that is credit to Bruno, Eriksen and Casemiro. So that does it for my analysis. It would be great if you could leave a comment on the video or anything else that you'd like to see. And I hope you have a nice week.